Scythians, nomadic groups from the Eurasian steppe, reached the Carpathian Basin by the 7th century BC. Over the next 2 centuries, they established a distinct regional presence, reflected in their bronze working techniques and finely designed symbolic artifacts. By the late 5th century BC, however, their influence began to wane as Celtic groups entered the region, absorbing, adapting, and eventually transforming many elements of Scythian material and spiritual culture. Besides the stag-shaped golden plaques, one of the most fascinating legacies of the Scythians in Hungary is a small, rare group of bronze openwork rattles, also referred to as jingling finials, typically decorated with animal figures. Their origins may lie further east, although not definitively traced to a single source. Closely related examples have been excavated in the northern Caucasus, particularly the Kuban region. These analogies suggest that the concept and form of such ritual objects spread across the steppe, adapting as they reached the Carpathian Basin. The term rattle refers to a hollow bronze object, typically bell or mace-shaped, with geometric perforations, containing a free-moving pellet that produces sound when shaken. Most are topped with small cast animal figurines, which are far more than mere decoration. As noted in academic interpretations published, these figures likely held deep ideological meaning. In steppe cultures, likely including Scythian society, totemism and later shamanism played a key role. Shamans often identified with animal spirits. The deer atop rattles may have represented a protective spirit, while the bulls symbolized strength or fertility. In earlier episodes, we examined these sites one by one. Now, this video brings them together for a comparative look at the Scythian rattles of the Carpathian Basin. In 1907, during vine cultivation, farmers uncovered a cremation grave dating to the Scythian period. Among its contents were an extraordinary set of 6 bronze rattles, each topped by a tiny deer figurine. The rattles were found together as a group, suggesting they were deposited as a set. They are finely made, cast bronze, with globular conical bodies, perforated sides, hollow interiors, likely once containing a free-moving pellet to produce sound when shaken, and a solid bronze stag figurine standing atop each rattle. Their function remains uncertain, with various interpretations proposed by scholars, ranging from staff finials and ritual emblems to wagon ornaments. Some suggest they were handheld and used in ceremonies, possibly as shamanic tools. The animal figures may reflect symbolic beliefs rooted in totemism or early shamanism. 3 of these rattles are recorded in museum collections as representing different size variants. The largest measures approximately 18.4 centimeters, the medium variant 14.6 centimeters, and the smallest 14.1 centimeters in height. In the summer of 1964, during community work in the courtyard of a physician's residence, workers uncovered a buried hoard of Scythian period artifacts. The assemblage included 3 cast bronze rattles, 8 conical bronze bells, and 4 iron horse bits. A rescue excavation, led by archaeologist Dr. Cornel Bocki and supported by the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, revealed that these objects likely belonged to a ritual specialist, possibly a Scythian shaman. Though, as mentioned, 1 rattle was broken. The discovery included 2 complete bronze rattles adorned with standing bull figures. The smaller variant measures 22.2 centimeters, and the larger one 23.1 centimeters. In contrast to other Scythian rattles discovered in Hungary, these examples feature socketed bases, indicating that they were designed to be mounted on wooden poles. A pellet inside would have produced a metallic sound when shaken. The accompanying bells and horse bits suggest a ceremonial deposit, possibly linked to horse sacrifice or funerary rites. The bull motif may symbolize strength, fertility, or ritual authority. consistent with the traditions of steppe animal-style art. In recognition of its cultural importance, the standing bull rattle was adopted as the central motif of the town's coat of arms on August 20, 1991. In 1965, during deep plowing near the river at the outskirts of the town, a group of Iron Age artifacts was uncovered approximately 80 centimeters below the surface, although no intact burial structure was preserved. The presence of human remains and associated grave goods suggests a disturbed Scythian period burial, likely dating to the mid-6th century BC. Among the most distinctive objects recovered was a bronze rattle, featuring a conical openwork body decorated with geometric perforations and almond-shaped motifs along its socketed shaft. The top is sealed with a flat bronze disc, upon which stands a feline figurine, possibly a panther or lioness, depicted in a crouching pose. Feline motifs are rare in local Scythian finds, but are well attested in the broader Scythian animal-style repertoire, where big cats often symbolize strength, danger, or elite status. Similar motifs appear in kurgan burials from the Kuban region, underscoring the steppe cultural connections evident in the Carpathian Basin. Additional finds from the site included bronze horse bits and various iron implements, supporting the interpretation of a high-status burial, possibly of a warrior or ritual specialist, now held in the Hungarian National Museum. The rattle exemplifies the synthesis of Scythian symbolic art and technical craftsmanship on the northern fringes of the Hungarian plain. This rattle, discovered as a stray find in the early 1890s, differs from the previously discussed examples in terms of geographical origin. Found in Transylvania, then part of the Kingdom of Hungary, it is among the easternmost known examples of Scythian ritual bronze work in the Carpathian Basin. This rattle gained international scholarly attention and was cast for study purposes. A replica is held by the Harvard Art Museums, where it has been described as a rattle of a canopy of a cart, reflecting earlier interpretations that associated such objects with wagon or chariot fittings. It is cast in bronze with openwork perforations, and the piece retains animal-style decoration. The animal figure, an ungulate, possibly a colon, is executed with careful attention to detail and form. Two analogies are the bronze rattles excavated from Kurgan 8 at Novozavedeno in the Kuban region of southern Russia, which date to the 7th century BC, making them approximately 2 centuries earlier than the Carpathian Basin piece. Similarly, the Kuban examples are cast in bronze and topped with ungulate figures. However, the rattle bodies differ in shape and detail. The Caucasus examples are more elongated and conical with tall and teardrop-shaped cutouts, whereas the local rattle features a rounded, dome-like body with large, symmetrical triangular perforations arranged in a rhythmic pattern. Whether locally produced or imported, the rattle exemplifies the continued transmission of steppe ritual motifs into the Carpathian Basin during the early 5th century BC.